In the depths of the mystical forest, a young fairy lives, a beautiful creature with glowing wings and a beautiful aura that is so bright it can blind. The fairy lives in the beautiful land of the Fae, the land of Nod. In this land, over 1,000 magical fairies all play together in the light. One day, the young fairy decides to set off on a mischievous adventure into the land beyond the swamp, not knowing what she may find in the darkness. She bids her friends farewell and sets off on a magical, mystical quest into the unknown, past the fairy palaces, past the boggy swamp and further, into the land of the darkness known as Darkmere Marsh, where the goblins live, ruled by Siddy Bracken, the Goblin King. She at last arrives at Darkmere. Under the full moon, the Goblin King appears. He is smitten at first glance of the young fairy. The Goblin King offers her a vial of magical Banshee Tears. These magical tears can disguise you from others with a magical glamour. The young fairy accepts the vial willingly, with hopes of using them to escape the evil king and returning back to Nod. With the power of the Banshee Tears, Luna disguises herself as a green goblin maiden, her true identity hidden from the infatuated Goblin King. As the Goblin King becomes confused by her bewitching illusion, unaware of her true identity and intentions. As the effects of the Banshee Tears fade, the fairy's heart fills with dread, realizing the potential consequences of tampering with such potent magic. The Goblin King's infatuation transforms into a dangerous obsession, his power nearly insurmountable as hopes for escape dwindle. In a moment of desperation, she uses her own fairy magic, harnessing her inner strength to break free from the clutches of the formidable Goblin King. In the heart of Darkmere Marsh, among moss-covered stones, the young fairy girl's hands trembled as she revealed the vial of Banshee Tears. Hidden amidst twisted roots, the green fairy Luna's eyes burned with envy as she watched Ella cradle the vial of power. She wanted it as her own. With each step, the marsh's grip tightened. The young fairy's wings fluttered desperately, carrying her above the clutching quicksand. Luna's wicked laughter echoed through the twisted maze, ensnaring the young fairy in a thorny prison of betrayal. The young fairy was lost in a maze. Bloody and bruised, the fairy's determination fueled her. She weaved through the thorns, leaving the dark fairy Luna trapped in her own wicked scheme. At long last, in the sanctuary of the fairy grove, the young fairy stood tall, protecting the tears from those who sought to abuse their potent magic. Luna had followed her. Their eyes locked in a moment of realization. Luna understood that true power couldn't be claimed, only earned. In the fading light of Darkmere Marsh, the young fairy extended her hand, offering forgiveness. Rivalry metamorphosed into a bond of shared strength.